Hello everyone, this is Etsy Shadow, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate that how you can perform Linux privilege escalation by abusing cron job. So let's get started. For the instance, I'm going to use Linux Privesc room from TryHackMe, which is made by Tiberius, and we are considering that we got initial foothold as a low privilege user and we have remote SSH session for it, and we are yet to perform privilege escalation by exploiting the cron job vector. Cron jobs are basically scheduled tasks that runs a specific command in a specific period of time. In order to access the configuration for cron jobs, you will need to open a file called crontab. Crontab file is located in etc folder, so we need to open etc crontab using cat command in order to access the cron job configuration. So as you can see here, we have various settings in here. For example, there is a default shell, default path variable for it, and we have total 4 types of cron job running as a system and 2 cron job as a user cron job. So system cron job are usually unexploitable. These are default, so we cannot do anything about it. There are various attributes that defines the frequency of a cron job, for example, second, minute, hour, day, and month. And there is also a user specified, like with the permission of which user the command is going to execute, and then finally the command attribute that tells us that what command is going to execute. So for the instance, we are interested into this override.sh user configured cron job. As we can see, we have all 5 asterisks here. This means that the cron job runs every second, and if there is some kind of number in any of the field, then you need to just tally it from the top, and you will get to know that how frequently it runs, for like every minute, every 5 minutes, every 1 hour, like that, and so. Secondly, we know that the cron job is running as root. It is running as a root user, so definitely we have found the vulnerability of exploiting a cron job. And last, we know what command is going to be executed. So in our case, it's override.sh. It's some kind of script stored in the system. So first, what we need to do is we need to look into this script, that what this script is doing. We need to use find command in order to find out where the script is located, like this. And you can simply say override.sh, and then you need to send all the errors to dev null. As soon as you hit enter, you will see we have found the location of this override.sh file. If we simply cat out the contents, we will get to know that what this file is doing. So this is simply putting a date command into temp useless. Now, in order to exploit the vulnerability, we need to find out some exploit parameters, like how we are going to do that. Very first thing you can do is you can simply look into the path variable. You can look what path variable is set, and if you have access over that path variable, then you can simply overwrite or add your own file there. Since this does not have an absolute path, this has a relative path. It's going to look at various folders in this from this path variable. So what you can do is you can simply add your own script with name override.sh in this home user folder, and when cron job will run, it will search for this folder with first priority, and then it will go concurrently. So since this folder is writable, this is our current user folder, so definitely we can do this. Second option we have here is look if this file is writable or not, if we can modify this or not. In order to do that, we can simply do lsla on this file. So definitely this option is also available. We have read and write permission for this file. That means we can modify it. So what now we are going to do is, now we are going to write a exploit code. We have done the first step of finding out the vulnerability. We have done the second step of finding out a exploit parameter which can be used to exploit the system. Now it's finally time to write an exploit code, and then it will run via cron job. So my favorite way of getting privileges escalated to root is copying the bin bash file into temp folder and then giving it the SUID permission. So in that way, the bin bash is going to be owned by a root user, and with the SUID bit set, we will be able to execute it, and it will be executed as root user, and hence our privilege will be executed. So let's not waste any more time and do that. We need to first use echo command, then we are going to copy bin bash. After that, we need to paste this bin bash into temp bash, and then we will give SUID permission to this temp bash folder by using chmod command +x and then temp bash. And that's pretty much it. We are going to redirect this into override.sh. We will simply set our command into this file, and I guess it's done. If you simply cat out the file, you will see that now it's going to run our malicious code that is going to give us escalated privileges. Now let's just wait for a few seconds and go into the temp directory. Sorry, cd temp. Now if we try to do lsla here, we will see there is a bash created, but it does not have SUID bit set. I guess there is some mistake in this, that we have set +x. We need to change this from +x to +s. Let's just quickly fix this. Okay, now if we do lsla again, let's wait for a few seconds for cron job to run. We can see that it has now the SUID bit. And now if we try to run this temp bash with -p command, we can see that we are now root user. So this is how you can perform privilege escalation by exploiting cron job. This is pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching.